We're now at the beginning of round 30, and we have changed to using color C. Into any of your corner chain spaces, we're going to do a standing single crochet and then another 2 single crochets. This row is a repeat of previous rows that you've done, being this one down there. And what we're now going to do is we're going to continue. We're going to do 84 back post half double crochets to the next corner. That's 1 back post double crochet, 2, and do 84 of those. When you get to the next corner, do your 3 single crochets, then your 84 half double crochets, and continue all the way around. Finish either with a slip stitch or an invisible join and fasten off, ready for the next round. Okay, let's move on to round 31. And again, starting in the center single crochet of any of your corners, start with a standing single crochet and put another 2 single crochets into that same space. Then we're going to work 84 single crochets all the way along the side, leading up to the next corner. So when you get to the next corner, 3 single crochets and then 84 single crochets into the next 84 stitches all the way around. When you get to the end, do the normal and finish off, and I will see you for the next round a little later. We're now at the beginning of round 32. This is another round where we're going to be decreasing a stitch. So what I have done is I've gone around and I've marked the stitch, the first stitch to the left of the center stitch, which is the one we're going to skip in order to decrease a stitch. Again, we're doing this so that we can get our stitch count to an uneven number to accommodate the next pattern set. If you are left-handed, it'll be the first stitch to your right, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so into that corner stitch, a single crochet standing, 2 more single crochets. Now we're going to skip the stitch that I've marked. I just like to mark them because, as I said earlier, it's quite a monotonous row going around doing single crochets. It's quite easy to forget it when you get there. So if it's marked, you're not likely to forget it. We're now going to do 1 single crochet into the 85 stitches along the side, and then 3 into the corner, skip a stitch and do 85, and we'll carry on all the way around to the beginning and join using your preferred method, and you can fasten off as well, as we will be changing colors for the next round. Okay, moving on to the next round, which will be round 33. This is an interesting little round. We're going to be doing some shells, starting with a standing triple crochet. So your slip knot around the hook, and then slip knot, and then twice over the hook into your corner space, and pull up and do a treble, a standing treble crochet, 2 and 3. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Then 1 chain, 3 double crochets, 1 treble crochet. Okay, then we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to do a treble. We're going to skip, we're only going to skip 3 on either side of the corners. When we go now along the side, we're going to skip 4 stitches and work in the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and work in the 5th one. And we're going to start off by doing a treble. Do you see how I'm bending the work here? That's to try and alleviate that first stitch becoming too elongated. Just a little trick that I've learned along the way. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets, so it's a treble crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets, and a treble crochet. I'll explain why we're doing the treble now. In order to get a nice finish here and to get this little shell lying nice and flat, I'm starting with a treble crochet, then the next one's a double crochets, and then I'm finishing with a treble crochet as well. So we're going to skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th one we're going to do a single crochet. So continue like this until you get to just before the next corner. At the next corner you'll do your final single crochet and then skip 3 and then do your shell into that corner stitch again. And continue all the way around until you get to the beginning, and then join with a slip stitch or an invisible join, and you can fasten off because we will be using a different color in the next round. Each side will have 8 of these shells, excluding the corner ones. So I'll see you when we get round to this point again. Moving on to round 34, we're going to start with a standing single crochet in any of your corner chain spaces from the previous round. Little single crochet and another 2 to complete the corner. We're now going to be making the same shell as we did on the previous round, only this time in the little valley between your shells. So starting with a treble crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 chain, 3 double crochets, and finishing with a treble crochet. And then a single crochet in the next chain 1 space. You're going to repeat this 8 times, and if you'd like to just wait for me at the next corner, I'll take you around the corner. Right, I've now repeated this shell with the single crochet 8 times, and you should now have 1 of those left to do before going into your corner. And over here we're going to do our final little shell. Just as an aside, if you find that this little stitch looks a little bit long, don't worry too much about it, because in the next round we're actually going to encase that stitch with a front post stitch, so it won't be as evident. It is a little bit tricky to get those stitches nice and tight. Okay, so now I've done the final little shell and I'm at the corner, and simple 3 single crochets into that corner, and then coming out of the corner we continue with our shells. So pretty straightforward. It looks very pretty, but it's not that difficult to do. So carry on until the end of the round, join and fasten off, and I will see you for the next round shortly. For round 35, we're going to start with a standing half double crochet in the center of the 3 single crochets that you did on the previous round. This one's a little bit different to what you're used to. That is your first stitch there. It's a little hidden stitch, so please be careful that you don't miss it. That's your hidden stitch over there. This loop belongs to that stitch. This loop belongs to that stitch. This one belongs to that stitch there. So into, which kind of looks like the first stitch, but it's not, it's the second one. At the risk of confusing you, do a standing half double crochet, a second half double crochet, 2 chains and 2 more half double crochets. Then the last stitch in the corner, do a front post double crochet around it. Then we're going to do 4 chains, 2, 3, 4, and a single crochet in that chain 1 space at the top of the shell of the last round. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 chains again, and then a front post double crochet around that single crochet in the last round. Do you remember I said when we were doing the last round not to worry if the stitch got a little bit long because we're working around it? You see how that kind of helps disguise that problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next stitch. So repeat that 9 times, and if you wait for me at the next corner, I'll take you around. Okay, we're at the next corner, and at this point here, we will do 4 chains, 2, 3, 4, and then go into your first stitch in the corner of the previous round and do a front post double crochet. Then into the next stitch, which will be tucked just behind there, and it's also the center stitch of that corner, do 1, 2 half double crochets, 2 chains, 2 half double crochets. And to complete this little corner, do 1 front post double crochet around this next stitch over here. And that is our corner completed. So let's just recap. The corner has in the around the first post of the first stitch of the previous round in the corner a front post double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 2 chains, 2 half double crochets, and around the third stitch a front post double crochet. You then, with your 2, 3, 4 chains, and we continue as we did along the previous edge. So carry on with that until you are at the end of the round and join and fasten off in anticipation of the next round. Let's get started with round 36. We're going to start with a standing half double crochet in any of your chain spaces from the previous round, and then a second half double crochet, 2 chains and 2 more half double crochets. Into the next 3 stitches we're going to do a half double crochet. Be careful not to miss your hidden stitch, which is this one over here, and just get to it. Being a bit difficult. If you're finding it difficult to pick it up, you can just work another stitch into that corner. It won't be the end of the world. 2, and 3, and then into the next chain space 4 half double crochets and 4, then a front post half double crochet around the next single crochet, then half double crochets, 4 of them, into the next chain space, and then another around this front post double crochet from the previous round, do a front post half double crochet. Okay, and so continue until you're at your next corner, and I will meet you there to take you around. Now coming up to the next corner, and into these last 3 stitches we want to make 3 half double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. One's being a bit stubborn. And then around the corner 2 half double crochets, 2 chains, 2 half double crochets. Again, now be careful not to skip the hidden stitch. So we're going to go into there once, twice, 3 times, and then continue as you did for the first edge. And when you get to the end, you can fasten, join and fasten off, and I will see you for round 37 shortly. Moving on now to the next round, which will be round 37. 3 single crochets, 2, 3, and 99 single crochets along each edge. Again, don't miss that little hidden stitch. We'll put your count out. Okay, it's a straightforward round, so I won't take you around the next corner. When you get there, simply do 3 more single crochets and follow that with 99 single crochets. And I will see you for the final round of this panel shortly. We're going to start with a half double crochet in the center single crochet of the previous round, another half double crochet, 2 chains and 2 half double crochets. We're then going to work 101 half double crochets all the way down the side until we get to the next corner. At the next corner, work 2 half double crochets, 2 chain, 2 half double crochets. When you get to the end of the round, you can join and fasten off, and then please make 100% certain that you have 105 stitches on each side. That'll include 2 in each corner. This is important because on the next part we will be making 24 individual squares, which we will then join along the edges of this large square, and the stitch count really does need to be correct in order to get a really professional finish. Please also, once you finish this round and you've joined and fastened off, sew away all the ends that haven't been sewn away already and block the work.